What's up guys, this is Josh back with another video, and today I want to show you guys how I almost got scammed. So as I stated in the intro of the video, I wanted to show you guys how I almost got scammed, as well as read you guys an article in order to help you guys be safe online and not get scammed by these hackers that are sending out phishing emails. And a lot of these phishing emails look 100% legit, and I wanted to show you guys one of the ones I received. It actually had my full legal name in the email, so I'm sure that this hacker did some research when trying to pull off this scam by sending me a pretty convincing email, which I knew was 100% false, because once I read what's in the actual text file that they sent me, they attached the text file. Since I knew this wasn't true, I didn't fall for the scam, and it'll be funny once I read the email to you guys. So let's hop over to a website I want to read first before I get into it. And before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you can. If this is your first time here, my channel is all about the Linux operating system, and I also incorporate some cyber news every now and then, as well as interviews. So if you guys are interested in that, go on and stick around by hitting that subscribe button, as well as the bell, so you get notifications when I upload a video. Alright, so I searched for this website just to show you guys what cyber criminals are actually doing nowadays in order to phish people and try to either attack or scam the actual victim. And so this article was released November 11, which was a couple days ago. And it's interesting how these people are actually doing this. So I want to read a little bit about it so you guys can see how these hackers are trying to trick you. But the first paragraph says cyber criminals often will research potential victims to help strategize exactly how and where to attack them. This tactic applies where the criminal is planning to mount a data breach, a phishing campaign, or some other type of threat. In reports released Wednesday, data security provider Barracuda looked at a particular trick called a bait attack to illustrate how this method is used to pick up useful information about an intended target. With the bait attack, also known as reconnaissance attack, the cyber criminal is looking only to obtain details about a person or organization to help map out a future attack. Bait attacks usually arrive in the form of emails with very little or even no content. The goal is simply to confirm the existence and accessibility of the recipient email, which is accomplished if the attacker receives no undeliverable notice, or even better, gets a response from the person. The initial bait email typically skirts past security defenses for a few reasons. First, the message contains little or no text, and certainly no malicious links or file attachments. Second, the attacker often use legitimate email accounts such as Gmail, Yahoo, or Hotmail. Third, the criminals send out a small number of emails on a random basis to thwart any bulk and anomaly-based security detection. The volume of bait emails is still low compared to other types of phishing messages. Barracuda found that 35% of the 10,500 organizations it analyzed received at least one bait attack in September 2021. On average, 3 different mailboxes per companies got one of these messages. But since a bait message seemed innocent with no obvious red flags, they're more likely to engage the recipient. One bait message received by a Barracuda customer in August includes a subject line that simply says "Hi" and contains no text in the body. As a follow-up, someone from Barracuda replied to the email with a message that said, "Hi, how may I help you?" And as you can see, this is kind of what it looks like or whatever. And so this typically can go past or bypass your filtering software on your mail server. You know, like Gmail has this phishing filtering attached to your email that scans the email and blocks potential phishing messages you may receive. But it says within 48 hours, the original employee was targeted with phishing attacks, claiming that the person was being charged for a subscription of Norton Locklife security product. In the end, the purpose of the original bait email was to confirm the existence of the account and any interest on the part of the recipient to respond to such messages. And so that's mainly what they're trying to do. They basically send a small email just to see if you respond to it. And if you respond to it, then they know it's a legit email address. And then once you respond to an email, I don't know if you guys know that, the next response doesn't get blocked at or doesn't get looked at by the artificial intelligence in the back end that filters out phishing emails, because it looks at the email as a legitimate sender of the email because you responded to it. So that's why you should never respond to any suspicious emails, because the real phishing email that they will send in response will not get blocked because it thinks it's a legitimate conversation. But right here, it gives the organization ways to protect, users against bait attacks. It says Barracuda offers the following suggestions. It says use artificial intelligence to identify and stop bait attacks, teach employees to spot and report bait attacks, and don't allow bait attacks to sit in a user's inbox. And that's very important right there. It says you don't want to give the user the opportunity to respond to or even open the bait message, which means the email should be removed from the person's inbox as quickly as possible. So this was a dope article, and I just wanted to show you guys this is a new thing that they're trying to do. It's probably been going on for a while, but if you didn't know, you didn't know. This article right here kind of explains how they actually use these types of attacks. Now let's hop over to my email so I can show you guys the email that I received. Okay, cool. So I have up a Kali Linux box where I saved all the files. This virtual machine is not connected to the internet, so whenever I open up the files, it won't, I tested them just to make sure that they didn't have anything malicious in the actual text file, because this is the actual attachment, and it had my full name on the actual file name. So it looks like someone took their time to actually create this file, and it had my full name on it. I just shortened it so you guys wouldn't see my full name. And then this is just a PDF kind of screenshot of the original email that was sent to me that included this attachment. So let me right click on it and open it with, let's open it up using the document viewer. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So I have my real email address, my personal email address blotted out, but it's not hard to find. I don't want people to find it, but it's not hard to find. It's out there, but I just blotted it out just to be safe. But this is the email address that it was sent from, and if you remember from the email, it said they use like legitimate email addresses. And basically what he says is, shortly you will become a contemptible person in sight of your relatives. Go through the file attached. And it's funny they use contemptible, like I'll be in contempt. I'll be a contempt person, you know what I'm saying, after my relatives see this. And that's pretty much all they had in the emails, like short amount of text and then this attached text file. And most of the time text files are not blocked by your email servers. They're not looked at as anything malicious. But let's go down and close the email and open up the file. And I hope this doesn't get my video taken down. I'm not gonna read what it says, but I'm gonna put it up there and I'll read bits and pieces of it, because they're basically saying that they got pictures of me doing something I shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? But it says, well, your public standing is very fragile. Is a very fragile thing. I am able to easily destroy it. So yeah, they putting it out there like there's some like they could easily destroy my life or whatever by what they have. But it says when an individual has something to hide at some points, it's just basically trying to scare you. And people fall for this type of stuff. But let me read a little more so you guys can see. But it says, your irresponsible attitude to security of your device has led to the current situation. Now, I'm not inviting anyone to try to hack me, but I think I do a pretty good job on protecting myself. I have covers over my cameras on my devices, my laptops, and my phone is typically not being used that often. So I do a pretty good job of protecting my security, but this is one of the ways they try to kind of guilt you into, not guilt you, but they try to scare you with the way they're talking. But it says, I just always thought that just pimply teenagers wank off so much, but you really know how to impress.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I laughed when I first read this. I died laughing when I first read this. But it says, with this approach to your intimate hobby, aren't you scared that you may rip your... Yeah. And then it says, don't you feel filthy about what you do? If I was aware of your obsession, I'd stop communicating with you. But you are communicating with me because you want some, eventually you want some money. But it says, using the fragility of your device, I connected to it, and through your camera I filmed a intriguing video and saved the contacts list from your email. I'm going to share compromising material on you demonstrating your despicable habit with your mates and family members. Okay. And I don't typically use mate that often, but whatever. It says, I'm sure that my requisitions are just Litecoin. And that's basically what that is. That's the sign for Litecoin. And then they have a Litecoin address right there, and then they want you to send $1,180 in Litecoin. And it says, if within 46 hours you do not meet my claims within 94, I'll be forced to send your compromising material. And you can kind of tell some of this stuff is copied and pasted. But it says, I'll be forced to send your compromising material to your contact list and to post it on the internet. And I implore you to do that, whoever you are, because I don't do stuff like this or whatever, especially in front of my computer. You know what I'm saying? That's something people need to understand, that yes, this is possible. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm not concerned about this because I know I don't do anything like this in front of any of my devices. If I was to do it, you know what I'm saying? But this is 100% possible. And that's why I wanted to read that article in the beginning, so you guys can see that this is actually being talked about in the media in different ways, like on, the tech sites where they talk about cyber news. This is 100% possible. And I opened this up on Kali Linux because there are tools to generate files that can allow you to set up a rat on someone's computer, and you can look through their camera without their knowledge, and the light doesn't turn on or anything. So it is possible to do this. And we've all seen Mr. Robot, where the guy hacked one of the girls' computers or whatever, and he was sending her images or putting images on the screen. That's 100% possible. That's a real hack. You can actually do that to people by getting them to open files and compromising their computer, and then blackmailing them so you won't put out that information. But it says, to ensure my own security grounds, I have to delete this email address. You won't be able to contact me. and this is BS. Okay, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. I just wanted to show you guys that and let you guys know to be aware that people are trying to do things like this to get your information. The holiday season is coming around. People are trying to scam more and more these days, try to get money out of hard-working people out here. And I just want you guys to all be safe. That's why I wanted to do this video. So please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave comments down in the comments below. And of course, keep it techie.